The Dark Tetrad, understanding the darker sides of personality. The realm of psychology has long been fascinated with the darker aspects of human personality. Historically, traits like narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy were studied extensively under the concept of the Dark Triad. However, recent research has expanded this framework to include a fourth trait, sadism, thus forming what is now known as the Dark Tetrad. Components of the Dark Tetrad. 1. Narcissism. Characterized by grandiosity, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy, narcissists are often seen as self-centered and vain. They seek validation and superiority over others, which can lead to manipulative behaviors. 2. Machiavellianism. Named after the political philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli, this trait involves manipulation and exploitation of others, a cynical disregard for morality, and a focus on self-interest and deception. Individuals high in Machiavellianism are strategic and calculating in their interactions. 3. Psychopathy. This trait is marked by persistent antisocial behavior, impulsivity, selfishness, callousness, and a lack of remorse. Psychopaths are often charming and manipulative, but their relationships are superficial, and they are prone to engage in criminal or harmful behaviors. 4. Sadism. The addition of sadism to the triad acknowledges the enjoyment derived from inflicting pain or suffering on others. Sadists find pleasure in others' discomfort, and this can manifest in both physical and psychological forms. This trait highlights a more active and deliberate harm-doing compared to the other traits. The interplay of the Dark Tetrad traits. While each trait in the Dark Tetrad is distinct, they share common threads of callousness, manipulation, and a disregard for others' well-being. Individuals exhibiting these traits often have significant interpersonal difficulties and can cause substantial harm in social, professional, and personal contexts. 1. Narcissism and Machiavellianism. Both involve self-interest, but while narcissists seek admiration, Machiavellians are more focused on strategic manipulation. Their combined presence can lead to a potent blend of charm and deceit. 2. Psychopathy and sadism. Psychopaths lack empathy and remorse, which can easily align with sadistic tendencies. The absence of guilt in psychopaths can facilitate the sadistic enjoyment of others' pain. 3. Machiavellianism and sadism. Manipulative tendencies in Machiavellianism can be amplified by sadistic enjoyment, leading to particularly cruel and calculated behaviors. Implications for society. Understanding the Dark Tetrad has significant implications for various fields, including organizational behavior, criminal justice, and clinical psychology. In the workplace, individuals high in Dark Tetrad traits can create toxic environments, leading to issues like bullying, unethical behavior, and high employee turnover. In relationships, these traits can result in emotional abuse, manipulation, and even physical violence. From a clinical perspective, addressing these traits requires nuanced approaches. Traditional therapeutic methods might be less effective due to the inherent resistance to change and lack of insight typical in individuals with high levels of these traits. Newer therapeutic strategies focus on managing behaviors and mitigating harm rather than attempting to foster empathy or remorse. The Dark Tetrad provides a comprehensive framework for understanding some of the most harmful and destructive aspects of human personality. By studying these traits together, psychologists can better predict, identify, and mitigate their impacts. While the existence of such traits might paint a grim picture of human nature, it also underscores the importance of promoting empathy, ethical behavior, and emotional intelligence to counterbalance these darker tendencies. Understanding the Dark Tetrad not only enhances our knowledge of personality but also equips us to create healthier, more supportive environments in both personal and professional spheres. The real-life implications of individuals exhibiting Dark Tetrad traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and sadism, are profound and wide-ranging. These traits can significantly affect personal relationships, workplace dynamics, and broader societal interactions. Here are some potential real-life implications. Personal relationships. 1. Emotional abuse. Individuals with high levels of Dark Tetrad traits often engage in manipulative and controlling behaviors. This can lead to emotional abuse, where the victim experiences low self-esteem, anxiety, and depression. 2. Relationship instability. Relationships with these individuals tend to be tumultuous and short-lived. Their lack of empathy, coupled with manipulative and deceitful behavior, often leads to frequent conflicts and eventual breakdowns. 3. Trust issues. Partners and friends may develop severe trust issues, not just with the individual exhibiting these traits but also in future relationships due to the trauma and betrayal experienced. Workplace dynamics. 1. Toxic work environment. In the workplace, individuals with Dark Tetrad traits can create toxic environments. Their manipulative and unethical behaviors can lead to low morale, high stress levels, and increased employee turnover. 2. Workplace bullying. These individuals may engage in bullying, harassment, and intimidation. Their sadistic tendencies can manifest in the deliberate infliction of distress on colleagues. 3. Unethical practices. High levels of Machiavellianism and psychopathy are associated with unethical behavior, including fraud, embezzlement, and other forms of corporate malfeasance. Their actions can lead to legal issues and damage the organization's reputation. Criminal behavior. 1. Increased likelihood of crime. Psychopathy and sadism are particularly linked with criminal behavior. These individuals are more likely to engage in acts of violence, theft, and other criminal activities due to their lack of remorse and enjoyment of others' suffering. 2. Recidivism. Individuals with these traits who have been incarcerated may have higher rates of recidivism. Their inability to empathize and their manipulative nature make rehabilitation challenging. Broader societal impact. 1. Social trust erosion. The presence of individuals with Dark Tetrad traits in communities can erode social trust. Their manipulative and deceitful behaviors can create an environment of suspicion and mistrust among community members. 2. Influence on politics and leadership. When individuals with these traits gain positions of power, their decisions and policies can reflect their self-interest and lack of moral consideration. This can lead to corruption, abuse of power, and policies that harm societal well-being. 3. Impact on mental health. Victims of individuals with Dark Tetrad traits often suffer long-term psychological effects, including PTSD, depression, and anxiety. This increases the burden on mental health services and affects overall societal health. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to support this channel. Please share across social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Family dynamics. 1. Parenting challenges. Parents with Dark Tetrad traits can have a detrimental impact on their children's development. Their lack of empathy and manipulative behaviors can result in neglect, emotional abuse, and unhealthy family dynamics. 2. Intergenerational trauma. The trauma inflicted by such individuals can have intergenerational effects, where children of such parents might develop similar traits or suffer long-term psychological damage. Interventions and mitigation strategies. 1. Early identification and intervention. Early identification of these traits, particularly in educational settings, can help in developing intervention strategies to mitigate their development or impact. 2. Organizational policies. Companies can develop strict policies and training programs to recognize and address the behaviors associated with these traits. This includes promoting ethical behavior and providing support for victims of workplace bullying. 3. Therapeutic approaches. Therapy for individuals with these traits focuses on managing behaviors and reducing harm rather than fostering empathy. Cognitive behavioral approaches, along with strict boundary setting, are often employed. 4. Legal frameworks. Strengthening legal frameworks to address behaviors associated with these traits can help protect victims and reduce the impact on society. This includes stricter laws against harassment, fraud, and abuse. The presence of Dark Tetrad traits in individuals has significant negative implications across various aspects of life. Understanding these traits and implementing effective strategies to mitigate their impact is crucial for fostering healthier personal relationships, workplace environments, and societies. Real-life examples and case studies illustrating the Dark Tetrad traits. The real-life implications of Dark Tetrad traits, that is, narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and sadism, can be stark and far-reaching. Here are some real-life examples and case studies that illustrate their impact on personal relationships, workplace dynamics, and societal interactions. Personal relationships. Case study of narcissistic abuse and intimate relationships. Consider the case of Jane and Jerry. Jane initially found Jerry charming and charismatic. However, as their relationship progressed, Jerry's narcissistic traits became more apparent. He constantly sought admiration, disregarded Jane's feelings, and manipulated her into meeting his needs. Jane felt increasingly isolated and emotionally drained. The impact of Jerry's attitude on Jane. Jane's self-esteem plummeted, leading to anxiety and depression. She found it difficult to trust others after the relationship ended, which affected her ability to form healthy relationships in the future. This case illustrates how narcissism can lead to emotional abuse and long-lasting psychological trauma. Workplace dynamics. Case study of Machiavellianism and corporate fraud. A notorious example is the Enron scandal, where top executives engaged in massive fraud and deception. Kenneth Lay, Jeffrey Skilling, and Andrew Fastow exhibited high levels of Machiavellianism, manipulating financial reports to hide the company's debts and inflate profits. The impact of the scandal. The scandal led to Enron's bankruptcy, the loss of thousands of jobs, and financial ruin for many employees and investors. It also resulted in significant changes to regulations governing corporate behavior, including the Sarbanes-Oxley Act aimed at improving financial transparency and accountability. Case study of psychopathy in leadership. Al Dunlap, also known as Chainsaw Al, was the CEO of Sunbeam Corporation. He was known for his ruthless management style, which included mass layoffs and unethical business practices. Dunlap's psychopathic traits such as lack of empathy, impulsivity, and manipulative behavior were evident during his tenure. The impact of Al's leadership on the business. Dunlap's actions led to short-term financial gains but long-term harm to the company and its employees. His tenure culminated in accounting scandals and the eventual bankruptcy of Sunbeam, demonstrating how psychopathic leadership can devastate organizations. Societal interactions. Case study of sadism and cyberbullying. The case of Lori Drew, who was involved in a notorious cyberbullying incident in 2006, illustrates the impact of sadistic traits. Drew created a fake MySpace account to torment 13-year-old Megan Meyer, ultimately leading to Megan's suicide. The impact of Lori's behavior. This case highlighted the extreme consequences of online harassment and the sadistic enjoyment some individuals derive from others' suffering. It led to increased awareness and legal actions against cyberbullying, emphasizing the need for stronger protections against such behaviors. Case study of psychopathy in criminal behavior. Ted Bundy, one of the most infamous serial killers, exhibited extreme psychopathic traits. Bundy was charming and manipulative, which allowed him to lure numerous victims. His lack of empathy and remorse facilitated his brutal crimes. The impact of Bundy's behavior. Bundy's case shocked society and led to extensive studies on psychopathy. It influenced how law enforcement and psychologists understand and profile serial killers, leading to improved investigative techniques and psychological assessments to prevent similar tragedies. Interventions and strategies. 1. Personal relationships. Therapy and support. Victims of narcissistic abuse, like Jane, benefit from therapy focused on rebuilding self-esteem and trust. Support groups also provide a community of understanding and healing. 2. Workplace dynamics. Ethical training and policies. Companies can implement ethical training programs and strict policies to detect and deter manipulative behaviors. Whistleblower protections and transparent reporting mechanisms are crucial. 3. Societal interactions. Legislation and awareness campaigns. Laws against cyberbullying and campaigns to raise awareness about the impact of sadistic behaviors online are essential. Educational programs in schools can teach empathy and digital citizenship. Real-life examples and case studies vividly illustrate the profound impact of dark tetrad traits across various aspects of life. From the emotional turmoil in personal relationships to destructive behaviors in corporate and societal contexts, these traits can cause significant harm. Understanding and addressing these traits through targeted interventions can help mitigate their negative effects and promote healthier, more ethical environments. The real-life examples and case studies highlighted in this video underscore the significant and often devastating impact of dark tetrad traits, such as narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and sadism on personal relationships, workplace dynamics, and broader societal interactions. These traits can lead to emotional abuse, corporate scandals, and even criminal behaviors, affecting individuals and communities alike. If you recognize these traits in yourself or others, it is crucial to take proactive steps. Some of these steps are: 1. Seek professional help. If you identify with any of these traits, consider seeking therapy or counseling. Mental health professionals can provide strategies to manage these behaviors and reduce their harmful impacts. 2. Victim support. If you are a victim of someone exhibiting these traits, reach out for support. Therapy, support groups, and hotlines can offer assistance and guidance. 3. Promote awareness. Educate yourself and others about the dark tetrad. Understanding these traits can help in identifying and addressing harmful behaviors early on. 4. Advocate for ethical practices. In workplaces and communities, advocate for policies and practices that promote ethical behavior and provide protection against manipulation and abuse. By understanding and addressing the dark tetrad traits, we can work towards creating healthier, more supportive environments in our personal lives, workplaces, and communities. Recognizing these traits and taking action can help mitigate their negative effects and promote overall well-being. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channel for more self-improvement videos. Comment below to tell us how useful you found this video. Remember to share on various social media platforms to reach a wider audience. Click the notification bell to get notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.